Good morning. All right. As your principal told you, I'm going to be flying into space next year in about 8 months to a year. I'm going to give you a little rundown of the rocket and the flight into space and some stuff about space. In about a year, I'll be flying up on this guy over here, which is a rocket. It's a little bit shorter than a school bus, and it's got 2 seats in the front, a pilot and a passenger. I'll be sitting on the right-hand side like when you ride in a car. And instead of seats in the back of the bus, it's 4 rockets that have liquid fuel, and I'll show you a rocket test in a little bit. And the shuttle takes off from a runway like a regular plane, and then it aims straight up, and it goes over 2,000 miles per hour. And it reaches space in 5 minutes, which is over 60 miles. And space is a lot closer than most people think. It's only about an hour drive away. If you were driving at highway speeds straight up, you would be in space in less than an hour, because it's only about 60 miles. And this shuttle, after it takes off, it pulls straight up, and I'll show you some jet training of simulating that flight. And after it goes straight up, all 4 rockets are lit, and in about 3 minutes, it's about 50 miles above the Earth. The rocket shut off, and then me and the pilot and the links are weightless for about 6 minutes. So we're floating up in space where there's no air whatsoever. It's completely freezing, but we have spacesuits on, and inside of the shuttle, it's kind of like a bubble so that nothing bad can get in and all of the air stays in. And after that, once we're weightless, and I'll show you a test of weightlessness, you kind of float around. It's like being in a pool or being underwater. You kind of just float around, and we'll be able to see the Earth that's curved, just like if you see globes in classrooms or a round ball. Earth, when you get high enough off the Earth, you can see the curvature of the Earth, and you can see the atmosphere, which is really thin. And the goal of the company that I'm flying up with is to send tons of people up on this, and then they're going to be building new shuttles over time, and they're going to try and make it so that you'll be able to travel in space. Just like right now you can take a plane from here to California, you'll be able to take a space shuttle in around 40-50 years, hopefully, from here to the other side of the planet. But to give you an idea, I'll show you, start off by showing a jet training mission of simulating the space flight. What's going to happen is the pilot is going to simulate the space flight by, first we're flying normal, and then we fly straight up, and at the top there's about 10 seconds of weightlessness where we kind of float around. Here we go, we're going to pull up, go straight up. I also went in a simulator, which is like sitting in a room that's attached to an arm, and then it spins you around in a circle really, really fast. And it's a really big machine. It's like the size of a house. So that's me in the top left. And what's going to happen is this bottom left here, that's what it would look like outside of the ship if you were watching from the outside. The bottom right is what I'm looking at on a screen. The top right is the entire simulator. That's the thing that's the size of a house. That black thing that's on the side, I'm inside of that, so you can see how big it is. You'll see that the rockets are lit on the bottom left, and you feel the acceleration. It's like speeding up in a car really, really fast. So the rocket takes off, and there's a button that once we were ready we would press to light full power, which is right there. So once you're in space, you kind of just float around. There's no air, or there's nothing to push off of. So on the spaceship there's like a bunch of fire extinguishers that shoot out gas, and the spaceship can move using these little fire extinguishers because there's nothing to push off of. And after a few minutes, there's about 6 minutes of pure floating in space, and this is a condensed version. But after a while, the shuttle falls back into the atmosphere. It's like when you throw a ball into the air, it floats up top for a little bit and then it comes straight back down. And when it goes back into the atmosphere, the plane has to make a turn to slow down. And at that point, that's when gravity feels like it's 5 times normal. So you're about to see my face get pulled down and you have to tense up your muscles because you'll faint if you don't. I made a video about Einstein's theory of relativity. It's a video using chalkboards. Thanks for coming to watch, and I hope you guys learn more about space if you want. Thanks.